Hi everyone, I am joined this afternoon by Gay, Adrian and Bruce to introduce you to who we think could be a potential star for our team here at Tulloch Lodge, and that is the Fastnet Rock filly out of the Longrow mare Archangel. We purchased this beautiful filly for $300,000 from Coolmore Studs Draft at Magic Millions, and she's in full training here at Tulloch Lodge. So you might ask, why Fastnet Rock? Well, we all know he is an exceptional stallion, and this year he's on the verge of becoming champion broodmare sire for the first time. And here at Tulloch Lodge, we've been so lucky to see this because we've had Storm Boy this year, who is our 2-year-old Magic Millions Classic winner, and Lady of Camelot, who of course was our Golden Slipper winner, both out of Fastnet Rock mares. So Adrian, what was it about this filly that you loved at the sales, and how is she coping with training?
Yeah, really nice style of filly, and I must say I've been absolutely blown away with how well she's done since the Magic Millions. So there's obviously that period of time, a good sort of three months or so since seeing her from that sort of initial sales inspection, and now that she's in full work and training, she's really developed as we'd hoped, and really come on very nicely. She's a really strong physical type, and very athletic style of filly that's just coping with the workload very naturally at present. She seems to be a very intelligent, very switched on filly. It's all very natural in these early stages, and I think they certainly do give you those early indications, even though we aren't putting much pressure on them in this early stages of their education, but they certainly give you a good indication with that, with that sort of natural ability and intelligence, and we've seen that from her. And obviously there's that element of, I guess we've just wrapped up a season or results at the Magic Millions broodmare sale, and fillies off the track, and we've seen how commercially well sought after these nice physical types that are well bred and by the right stallions, and she certainly ticks all those boxes in that regard. And two great examples you pointed out, Storm Boy and Lady of Camelot out of Fastnet Rock mares. So if we can get this girl to perform on the track, which no doubt I'm sure we can off what we've seen early days, she's going to be well sought after when she does finish up and retire.
And Gay, you're over in England at the minute, and you were just talking about how you see the presence of Fastnet Rock over there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Most interesting that going to the Derby on Saturday, Emma, and looking at the book and looking at the horses walk around, I would say about a third of the field were out of Fastnet mares. You know, it's a remarkable thing that in both hemispheres, he's stamped his progeny. He is, really one of the world's leading stallions. And of course, he's no more. And here you are with a filly by Fastnet Rock available to our owners. Now, to think that Adrian's already tapped into her and been able to say she's precocious is a big tick for me. Because over the years that I've been training, the horses that produce and end up being Golden Slipper horses, or horses that go on in the spring and win the classics, they all show you it before June. So she's doing it now. She's very good looking. We loved her at the sales. She's from a very famous and very good stud in Coolmore. And I don't know, everything about her, I just loved her. There's not a lot of her available, and I think anyone watching this video should be picking up the phone and ringing you, Emma.
What strikes me about this opportunity, Gay, Adrian, and Emma, is just the upside in this filly. I mean, the stable the last 3 years has produced 6 fillies to race into elite sort of racing success that have then gone on and made $1 million or more at the mare sales. And imagine if you can take that and do that with the Fastnet Rock filly. Of course, we know, if you read this article, that they are as rare as hen's teeth. His final 2 crops, Fastnet Rock, of course, now pensioned. This filly is one of 16 fillies from his final 2 crops that will hit the racetrack. And an amazing thing about that is Fastnet's just about to become champion broodmare sire for the very first time in Australia this season, taking over from Encosta and Redoutes, who have shared that mantle for the last 8 years. So breeders are chasing Fastnet Rock mares there's none of them coming up for sale. They're tightly held. Every single one of the stakes-winning fillies in the last 3 seasons are either owned by Godolphin or Rosemont or Jonathan Munns. You know, leading breeders have already captured those fillies. So if we're able to, in this instance, turn this filly into a stakes winner, of course, a Group 1 winner, gee whiz, the upside, the top spin on what this filly's value could be down the track in a few years' time is extraordinary. And I just add to that, you know, we've been looking for Fastnet Rock fillies the last few years, and we haven't been able to find them. People are holding them back from auction, of course, for some part, but also his fertility's been declining and there's been less of them available. So we haven't seen that many of them, but B, liked that many of them until this filly. She's the highest rated Fastnet filly we've seen in years. She looks like a real one. She's bred on the cross that produces real ones. I think only 7 Fastnet Rock fillies have been born out of Lonhro mares. 3 of those are stakes performers. 2 of those are stakes winners, Serene Majesty and Bright Blue Sky. So not only are we dealing with the really rare article, but she's top of the list, top of the pops in terms of her physicality, and clearly very impressive in what she's done at home so far. So pretty exciting. And I know that now we've got this sort of seed planted to make this filly a stakes winner, to make her a Group 1 winner. It's going to be the forefront of Gay and Adrian's minds. And if anyone can do it, I know Gay and Adrian can.
I think you've seen from the team that this filly is what we would call a no-brainer. Fastnet Rock is no longer covering. She's one of the last 16 fillies to be bred by Fastnet Rock. She's got a wonderful ownership group. She's currently in training. Adrian and Gay absolutely love her. So if you're interested in securing one of the final shares, it's a great opportunity for any savvy investors out there, some racing enthusiasts, and we'd love to have you involved. So please get in touch with the team.